A little bit of video editing going down. What's going on over here?
Just cooking up some grub.
Grubbing it? What's this?
Trying to figure out the fan situation.
Whoa, that looks complicated.
Are we good on camera? Oh, you dude!
Oh no!
You got. Can't even relax around here without boys trying to burn the kitchen down. You know, just try and chill. Just try and chill for like one day before all hell breaks loose.
What hell is about to break loose?
Oh man, our bodies are going to be getting tested. Our motorcycle is tested. You know, see if we can win.
Through that. In case you don't know,
We are all going out to the Redbull TKO. So tomorrow is qualifying day. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Wish us luck.
And it goes like this. We'll get in your car and you'll need to kiss me. We'll talk for hours and lie on the backseat.
Dude, I'm actually feeling pretty good. It's rad. It looks like a fun Floyd course. There's only one section I would deem like real technical. It's going to be a pain, but even that's going downhill in nasty rocks. I think we'll do good. I mean, I'm pretty confident about getting a good lap time.
Yeah, no, I feel the exact same way. A lot of room for like breathing, a lot of time for like just kind of collecting yourself and really sprinting. I thought it was going to be, I mean, I'm sure course tomorrow is going to be a lot more tough, but today I have a lot of confidence going into it, so I'm stoked. I'm ready to get after it. It's been a long drive. I'm ready to get after it.
We actually have 4 racers riding for Charge this weekend. We've got Nate. I'm not racing. I'm going to support, take some video, and do all that kind of stuff. Dump water on you guys when you're hot and dying.
We'll appreciate that.
We've got Brett Baldwin, of course. DJ Osborne, you've probably seen some stuff on him recently. This is his type of riding, his world. And we've got another guy named Andrew. You've seen him in a few of our videos. I honestly never ridden with Andrew, so I'm curious to see what he does on these bikes.
We've seen him featured in Charge Cycleworks videos in the past, riding with Brett, but now he's showing up for a hard enduro. Happy to have you here, bud.
Happy to be here.
Just don't beat me.
Outride. Out testing without us. What's this, huh?
couldn't find you guys. Where are you at?
That's my hat.
About time for qualifying. Let's see how it goes. Come on, come on. Come on, go. I would have passed like 5 more people if I didn't get literally just jammed. Like I was sitting there for a couple of times and I was like, come on. Like honking my horn and everything, get out of my way. Wouldn't move.
On the road with a motorbike, hanging around between the mountains, coast to coast, you know how to drive. Dragonflies around the sunset, can you believe we're together? We're celebrating September. What do you mean it's forever? Forever is a time to be with you. Playing games.
Yeah, I'm really proud of Brett getting out front as quick as he did. That's just smart from a racing perspective. I had lined up on the outside of this pack, so I knew I wasn't going to make it around 5 other riders, so I decided just to hold back just a little bit, try and get through the rock section smoothly. Here's Andrew getting another great hole shot, just to not get caught up in the mess that I did. And it was a long race. There was a lot to focus on just getting into a rhythm, finding my own pace. But there's no denying it, being the first into the woods was a smart move. Yeah, so in all these sections, the one thing you just cannot get on camera is how steep everything was. So it looks like I'm sitting down. That's actually me standing up and gripping the bike with my knees. But anytime we had a fast, flowy section like this, it's just a chance to breathe. It was a chance to actually focus on the riding, settle down a bit, try and lower your heart rate.
You got it.
And I guess just trying to keep high pace going. You just can't anticipate the couple things that you hit, the traction that you lose. And ultimately, as steep as these hills were, the bike just stops, right? So here's a good section of going down the hill that's so steep that I would be holding on to both brakes just about as hard as I could. You're going to see this in the video over and over again. Yes, this entire race was a suffer fest. So sections that you would normally ride through, just think about putting those back to back to back to back, and you just get so worn out, so exhausted, that every little rock becomes a challenge. So yeah, I dropped to my bike 10, 12, 15 times, and every time I had to stop and pick it back up, I was just getting, more and more tired each time. So as I'm talking to myself through this race, I'm just convincing myself to keep going, keep pushing, just get through this next section, get through the next 10 feet, get over that one rock, and just pushed it as hard as I could. This was it. This was me at my exhaustion point, just trying to keep the bike going. Yeah, these hills, you don't get a chance to see how steep they are, until you can, catch a glimpse of the trees off to the side and realize that, they're growing at a different angle than the GoPro that's actually pointing up the hill. Now, I will say, although you saw me have to adjust the front wheel on the handlebars, that's not that uncommon, although the Ultra B has stronger suspension than, let's say, a Light B or any of the mountain bike suspension that we would put on a smaller Light B. Even dirt bikes can get out of alignment, so I had to pick up the bike, kick the front tire back into place a couple of times, and that's simply for me dropping the bike and it falling on the handguards and twisting the front end a little bit. Again, the angle of this you just don't see on camera. That is a rock garden going straight up the hill, and all these rocks are just big enough that they would just completely stop the momentum of the bike. And in all of these sections, what you see is me trying to just find 3 feet to get momentum, or 8 feet just to get the bike going again. And one thing I learned from the race last year, although it was muddy and this year was dry, if you didn't charge every single hill just as hard as you could, you would not make it up the hill. They're that steep. So in this section you see me winding back and forth. That's just because I could not get the bike to go straight. It was so steep that the front end of the bike kept lifting. There's no weight on the front tire, so the bike just goes wherever it wants when I'm on the throttle. And then these huge rock sections, again, that's just me, bashing the bash plate, hitting every rock, feet down, skating through every section. Here's a good example of going downhill where I'm on both brakes as hard as I can. And the Ultra B has moto brakes on it. Brakes are fantastic compared to a Light B especially. But I am skidding the rear tires completely locked up, and then just grabbing a handful of front brake to not go off the side of the trail. Here again you can see Brett's pace. He's just hard charging the whole time. DJ doing an amazing job. He's out riding a lot. He's a guide. His specialty is hard enduro. He's just a great rider. And then you can see from my body position, I am just done. I'm on the bike, but it's almost like the bike is riding me. I just had nothing left. Didn't really train for the race. You know, rode this bike for the first time during Friday qualifying, and I think that really shows. And then Andrew just showed up, did extremely well here. First time on an electric bike, and made it through the race with amazing results. But there you go, another great example. Drop the bike 20 times through the race and just try to pick it up and keep going.
All right, Brett Baldwin, DJ Osborne, and Nate Weaver, and then our final 2 riders.
So here we go, just kind of straight into the gnarliness. TKO Day 2, being the Proloop, was actually way gnarlier than I was expecting it to be. Really gave me a lot of respect for these hard enduro riders that, you know, do this constantly. I'm a motocross rider. I've got a motocross background. I'm not that familiar with this type of stuff, so it was very, very humbling, to say the least, to go and race a course that was so insanely gnarly, in literally every section of it. So for next year, I've got a lot of training to do. Now that I really understand things and where we need to be. Also, huge shout out to Nate and DJ for wearing GoPros for most of this time. I really did not want to put a GoPro on. It just, like, that much more heat on your chest was something that I didn't want to deal with in Tennessee in the middle of August. So thank you to those guys for doing that. We're about to come into this river section that was really quite funny. So I'll just let you watch through that.
And then far left if you want the easiest, or the middle. No, I mean right here. They've been rolling this.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah? Yeah, I promise you.
All right.
And if you want to go easy, far left, or watch the rock in the middle.
Okay.
Roll it. Think back.
It's always so funny because you'll have spectators just saying, oh, it's super simple, like everybody's taking this line, this is the one, stuff like that. And, you know, a lot of times it's actually really helpful what spectators will say to you on the side of the course, but other times you're like, man, this is the easy stuff. It's crazy, you know.
GoPro's coming off, sorry.
Like I said earlier, the GoPros were just not even that little amount. It's just so hard to have on you. This hill right here for me was, for some reason, a huge struggle. Really, it's just kind of the loose stuff. I'm a very short guy, and trying to keep my weight back over rocks and things like that is not very easy.
Absolute carnage in here. I've seen 3 guys flip over the handlebars over here. That guy just did. Look at these guys. And this is the pro class.
Yeah, when I came into this section, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I was already so smoked at this point in the race. I'd say this is about 2/3 mark in the race, and they just throw one of the gnarliest sections at you.
Yeah, stay up against the banner. You're almost through this. You got one bad section up here, and then you got a hill climb, and then you're out.
Just completely smoked.
Everybody's breathing in here. It's okay.
It was funny because when I ended up making it through this section, a section that nobody got on film, sadly, it got so much worse. There was this huge ravine shooting up this steepest, gnarliest hill, and you know that at that spot I lost so much time. It was unreal. Got my bike caught in a tree where I had to like physically lift the entire bike out of it.
One hill climb and you're out of here.
That kind of that didn't do very good for me, but that's a spot that took out a lot of people, and you know, I'm just kind of glad to even make it through that, I should say.
Just square up before you take it.
Really, like I said earlier, such a humbling event, and to do it on a bike that basically just came straight out of a box. Got some wheels put on it and some protective bits, you know, no suspension tuning, nothing like that. It's pretty amazing what the Ultra Bee is capable of.
What's up? You're done. That's the finish.
That's finished. Yes. What?
Give that man some water.
You're in. Good job,
You're
man.
you're knocked out, but you're in.
Knocked out. Yeah.
What place is this? 5th? Or do you not know?
Was there someone that came before him?
You're probably 5.
What's up, man?
I had a terrible race.
Got cooked?
I got cooked for one. That GoPro was like no
Couldn't breathe?
ventilation. So I'd take it off so I could breathe because it was so hot. I crashed a ton.
You got a friend.
I got a buddy.
I'm not gonna kill him. He's too cute.
Oh, he is cute. He's a passenger.
Yeah.
But I finally caught Nate and passed Nate.
Where's
That
he
was
at?
cool.
He's gonna finish?
He's in we'll call it Satan's prison canyon.
Did it get worse after I saw you, or better?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Honestly, I'd rather go through the hellacious stuff like that. But then we had to go up this like ravine that was nasty rocks, and I almost caught Tucker. I saw him in my.
We haven't
vision.
even seen Tucker.
Maybe I passed him then.
I gotta ask Brett.
He's already had the bike. He was behind me. I passed him.
Did you pass Tucker?
Tucker's bike got messed up in like the hardest section of the track. He's not able to finish.
Oh wow.
So
How much battery do you have left?
30%.
So he was on.
Tucker had a DNF.
Me too.
Flat tire.
I wish. I
Hey.
wish I had a flat tire.
Dude, you were on the course for 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's why you feel the way you do. That was brutal.
I had so much making up to do. The first like couple miles, I crashed a bunch. I was crashing all over the place. Nate just checked out. I don't know how none of the other electric riders caught me though, because I was not doing well. Yeah, buddy. My God.
What are you saying over here?
What's that?
What are you saying over here?
It's the hardest thing I've ever done. We thought last year was hard. That pro course is ridiculous because it's like muddy rocks the whole time. And once you get stuck, you're so gassed, you can't keep going.
You were out there for almost 2 hours.
Oh my God. It was that long, huh?
Yeah. Take a break.
Yeah.
Take a breather. What would you call that terrain?
That's arduous terrain for sure. Ah.